Sashal Adab, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, because we are connecting from all over the world. So today's topic is in English, and we are going to present in English today. And today's topic is about how to build a strong relationship among each other at workplace so that it will help us in future to contribute a successful relationship among us so that we can work together and build a very nice community around us. So in this session with me today is my friend is Jack Clayfield from Brisbane, Gippsland. Will help me out in this program as a host and my friend as well. So let's welcome him to in our today's session and talk about the today's program, how to build a strong relationship or connections at a workplace. So I'm getting him to stage so that we can talk about the today's program or today's session. Welcome, Jack. First of all, very good morning. How are you today?
I'm very well, Paneet. Thank you so much for having me on the show.
So how's the weather at Brainsdale at the moment?
Oh, today is beautiful, beautiful and sunny. I can't wait for to get outside in the sunshine after we've finished having a chat together over the next hour or so.
Okay. So what are you doing today during the daytime?
Oh, good question. Yeah, I've got a baby daughter, so the weekends is sacred for me. I get some time away from my care duties with her during the week. I've got a little construction project at the moment, so building, I guess you could say, mobile accommodation for the Gippsland region. So
Oh,
people often from the city, they want to come to the countryside and enjoy maybe relaxing a little bit from their stressful lives and their work, and so building accommodation for them to come and connect with nature, and maybe turn off their phones and have an open fireplace, sit around the fire, look at the stars, and they want to do that in a country setting, in a minimalist way. So I'm building some accommodation for this segment of the market. I guess stressed out workers like I used to be.
okay.
that want to come and have a nature-based experience, but they want to do it with some luxury. They want some high-end accommodation to enjoy the countryside.
Oh, nice. Good to hear. I think you are a very busy man since I know you very well. So, can you explain yourself more how your journey with business and your work started so that how you able to balance actually this with the spirituality and how your spirituality and the positive vibrations and the high vibrations and your energy connected with the at your workplace and how you are successful being a like a businessman as well and a co-worker with your co-workers?
There's a lot of questions to unpack there, Pane. I'm trying to think of the best way to answer all of them, and maybe may need to prompt me a little bit because you had a couple of questions there. But
Yeah, definitely.
I guess probably to tell my story a little bit is helpful.
Yeah.
For your listeners as well. But from what you're saying, how do I balance business and spirituality as well to build good connections in the workplace with my colleagues and clients? So I think where you and I actually met, we met
Yeah.
in the I guess you would call it I guess the internship placement space in Australia. It's obviously really common for international students and skilled migrants to come, especially from India,
Yeah.
come to Australia and want to build a life and a future here. So I guess for your listeners, I've spent the last 13 years in this space assisting international students, visa holders and skilled migrants launch their professional careers, or in some case like you, Pani, you were already
Yeah.
successful. You already had a beautiful career in India going, and you wanted to come to Australia and start again. And that can be really difficult for lots of reasons with communication and culture, and where it's the same way if I tried to get a job in India, I think it would be difficult, right?
Yeah,
So
definitely.
I think we met in this space where the business that I was working for at the time was assisting up to maybe 1,000 or 2,000 international students, predominantly from India, relaunch or start their professional careers in Australia. So now everyone has a little bit of a context on, I guess, on my background, where I worked. I can take you back to starting that business and maybe how it began. But
Yeah.
it actually began with me starting to explore, I guess you could say, self-help, professional development. I didn't start in spirituality straight away. I think
Yeah.
religion is not that common in Australia. I
Yes.
think maybe 60-70% of people don't identify with say Christianity or religions per se. It used to be much higher, but it's now much lower. So I think when I left school, my first sort of professional opportunity and job opportunity came through a professional development organization. It's very secretive. People, some friends
Yeah.
from school said, come along to this seminar and, hear some people speak that are really successful, in business. So I went and I bought a suit and I went along, and I actually stayed with that organization for 7-8 years. Network 21 it was called, and it was my very first introduction to, I guess, early spirituality, you could call it.
Yeah.
But it was mostly about having goals and being around people that were succeeding in business as well. And after a few years in that industry, I really started to go, I wonder if there's something deeper. This standing on chairs and getting excited and listening to speakers and reading lots of books, and my car was filled with audio programs to help me with
Yeah.
positivity, but I found it like very surface level, and I thought I want to explore spirituality a little deeper. And so I started to explore church, going to a couple of different churches. A friend introduced me to the Buddhist Society of Victoria, where I first
Mm-hmm.
learned to meditate for the first time.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe so you grew up with this, but I didn't get to find
Yeah.
meditation till I was in my 20s. So I
Mm-hmm.
felt really lucky there. And a couple of friends from working in the migration space and the internship space started to introduce me to their religions as well, Hinduism especially. Actually, I went to celebrate Diwali the week before last, I think, with a friend. So she invited me for the New Year. That was really, really lovely. But during this time, when I was exploring, I guess, the personal and spiritual side, I came across a speaker from the US that was helping people find launch their careers and find internships in the USA. And it got me really excited because when I left university, it took me maybe 6 years to launch my professional career. My background is in human resources, HR, and so I struggled a lot with this launching your professional career. You're going onto job boards, seeing that I didn't have enough experience, like 2 to 5 years of experience, looking at all the qualifications and tasks that they wanted me to do and realizing I didn't have most of the experience that they were looking for. So I went into sales to go from I guess a lot of your listeners may be working in hospitality or retail or cleaning, those kinds of things. I also did these things for 6 years trying to break into my professional career, and finally through a sales role in a call center in Victoria, I ended up befriending the director, and I wrote her a letter, and she gave me my very first opportunity in I guess you could say operations or corporate, and from there she could, maybe it was relevant to this topic, but because she could see how I interacted with the other staff and the clients, and I was very ambitious like you, Parneet, opportunity to go and represent her business, to go out to existing clients and to go and bring in new clients into the call center. So the call center had clients like the Herald Sun, which you would know about, Sustainability Victoria, some really big clients, George Weston Foods, who do everyone knows like the Mexican brand you can buy from Woolworths, where you can make tacos, and so they had some big clients, and it was my job to go and get more of these clients and bring them into the business. So she saw that I was doing a great job, and she then also started to refer me businesses that weren't a good match for that call center, and they became, I guess, my first business clients. So there was a wedding photographer there. There was a company that advertises at all the IGAs all around Australia, putting notices up on the board, community notice boards. Referred to a property developer that does a lot of residential property development. And from there, my own little consulting business, I guess, took off. And I think it was around that time that I realized, wow, once you can find what you're good at, and once you treat people well and have good relationships with the managers in your business, not only is there lots of job opportunities for you, but actually the work starts to come to you.
Yeah.
So it was around this time at one of the seminars I learned about internships, and I thought, wow, wouldn't it be great if, I could help graduates shorten that time from leaving university into going into their professional workforce, and some of the struggles, the emotions, your parents, you could relate to this, right? Your parents always worried about you, checking in, why haven't you got a good job yet? Financial challenges, stuck in lower paid roles. And so I saw the internship as a way to shorten that gap to professional employment. What I didn't realize is that the majority of the clients, after I got into that business, the majority of our clientele were actually from India, and they were mostly studying here, doing their master's degrees. And some of them were coming as skilled workers like yourself, as well,
Yeah.
and you were just looking to relaunch your
Yeah.
career. So I think in 2011, 2012, I started Industry Placements Australia, and our goal was to help every student studying to get a 3-month internship in Australia, so that they could get a job more quickly after they landed in Australia or finished their studies in Australia. So I worked for that. I ran that business, and we grew. We had university partners all around Australia. So we worked for Monash University, which a lot of your students would know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jump in. Sorry, I'm talking a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just I want to know that because when I met you at I think we met each other in 2018.
Yep.
And when my career was about to start, and you helped me out in that time.
Mm-hmm.
I think that is the first time when I met you. I felt that if that positive energy as I have that time and right now as well. So, how you think that the positive energy and positiveness and being a positive personality help us in building a good relationship with, as you mentioned about students, and with other companies, where you done a placement for me as well during that time in 2018. So how you think that the positivity and the positive mindset help us to building such a relationship between client and the customer?
It's a complex question, but I think I think it's everything. Not just your mindset, but having a faith, having a spiritual foundation. Because I think first you need to be happy within yourself, because people feel it. People feel if you are proud of yourself, if you are happy with your life, if you are mostly just proud of your efforts and the way you're living your life, straight away people pick up on that, whether that's a work colleague or a client or a client, a customer coming into the business. So I think your number one, responsibility and duty in this life is to yourself, to have a beautiful relationship with yourself, and maybe a higher purpose for why you're here, and then that you take that into every interaction in business with you. So I always thought it's my responsibility to be happy and proud of myself. And I think that's why then, if you're happy and you're proud of yourself and you have a faith and spirituality, when you meet customers and workers, they pick up on that straight away. So I often say to my students, I don't do internship placements anymore, but I actually coach international students, graduates, and visa holders to launch or relaunch their professional careers in Australia. And actually, funny, you're talking about spirituality. The number one thing that I sort of share the foundation before I can give them strategies, but if they don't have that foundation of spirituality or morning rituals, say yoga or meditation, to get into that positive energy state, then every job application that they send, every phone call that they have with a recruiter or an interviewer, people are picking up on their energy, that happiness, the pride that person has. So if they're missing those things in their life, and maybe they're not missing them, maybe they're in a period where they just have they're going through a period where they're not maybe attending church or temple as much as they used to, but the interviewers and their prospective employers, they feel that lack of pride, that lack of happiness, the fear. So it's actually the most important thing for anyone that is listening, that maybe trying to relaunch, relaunch their career in Australia. I would also say, or maybe you're in a good job, but you're not getting the promotions that you're looking for. I would always come back to, how is that relationship with yourself? with your with your religion, with your higher power, and start there as a foundation, because then you can have beautiful connections with your co-workers. You can have your co-workers refer you for promotions or refer you to better positions within your business. And if you're self-employed, like maybe like you are, Puneet, as well, a lot of people, this will also help you attracting customers and clients and suppliers. We all want to deal with someone that is happy and proud and has a faith, like a deep faith within their self. Does that
Yeah,
answer?
yeah, yeah. I think the main thing when we consider each other as a Jack, I think you should be agree with me in this thing. When we consider each other as a human being, when we are treating each other very well, because I believe in kindness is free. So when we in this cruel world, if we can say that internationally, there are so many non-violence things are happening around us,
Yeah.
and this is affecting not only our mind as well, the body and the soul, and the same thing is affecting outside as well. So if we start considering ourselves as a human being and treating other as a human being, and so this is the main thing, we can start with a good connection with each other. And when we pour a kindness among each other in a relationship, I think that will be going to a further stage in future as well. Like once you met me in 2018, I don't know who you are, and you don't know me, who I am. And today is 2020, 25, 25 is here now. And how long it was our journey, we know professionally each other, know personally each other, and we are like treating each other as a family. I think that is a positive personality among us. That is the human being
Connection.
personality. Yeah, that is a connection. That is took us here from the journey of 2018 to 2025 9. That is the big line of that beginning of that chapter. So
100%.
I do believe that, as you, Jack said, I totally agree with you as well. If we connected with our core side, definitely we attract more. Like, like there is a very famous saying, you are what you are, and you attract the same things. So I do believe this thing at the moment, and you are here as well. I'm here, and we are connecting the similar things around us as well, and we are trying to be keep others positive. So
Yeah.
um, so what are the attributes you think, the factors influence us when we connect each other and building a relationship?
What are
What do you
the
think?
what are
What
the
are
factors?
the main factors? You are talking to me, so what are you
Yeah.
considering it?
I think for me, it always comes back to um, you only start to give to others. I mean, you talk about happiness and sharing and treating others as human beings. Um, I think you only start to really do that when you're in a happy place in your life, and
Yeah.
I think this can be the challenge as well. And starting in a new country, it can probably take some time to get to that place where I like to talk about psychological safety. Your brain is like an ancient mechanism, and
Mm,
it is really good at protecting us all the time.
mm,
But
mm-hmm.
it doesn't understand happiness. It's purely a self-protection mechanism, keeping us alive. Although it's obviously we're not living 2,000 years ago. It's easier to stay alive these days, but it's still. I think it still thinks it's 2,000 years ago, and it needs to keep us safe all the time. And I think safe doesn't necessarily mean happy.
Mm,
So I think a lot of, if I look at my own background, it took maybe 15 or 20 years of working on my faith and spirituality, maybe to get to that place where I can have these kinds of conversations with you. So some of those pillars there around, family, having relationship, maybe, I didn't have great relationship with my parents when I was growing up living with them, but my relationship's a lot better there. There's obviously conflict and trauma, so that's important. Money is a foundation, or career success. That doesn't happen overnight. That takes time to get to a point where you have a career that is paying you what you need to survive and maybe even thrive. Then there's other factors, religion and spirituality, that takes time to develop and find your place. Maybe you're like me, you try a few different temples and churches and it doesn't quite resonate, but if you keep exploring, eventually you find the things that resonate with you. So where I'm going with this is I guess it takes time to meet those core needs that we have for, shelter, a house, finances, career, family, friendships. Then if we can do all of those things, we start to get to this point where our basic needs are met and our brain isn't so worried about surviving and can we pay the bills, and when we're happy. And I think, if you can tick off some of those basics, then you can start to put yourself into maybe areas that next level up the hierarchy of doing things that make you proud. And once you're starting to meet those basic needs, I think that's where you've got some spare energy left over. Then you can start to give back. I know for a long time I couldn't give anything back to people. Maybe it felt like I looked after you, but I think until a lot of those basic human needs were met for me, I didn't have a lot to give back to my customers and my clients. So I would say, if that makes sense, focus on your basic needs, so that and focus on doing things that make you happy and proud of yourself, because then you will automatically shine your light and give to your customers and clients, and co-workers.
I believe in, instead of expecting something from somebody else, when we are internally feel satisfied and contentment, and instead of saying to others, give me love and give me this and that, when we instead of money, the right thing to giving other is not actually money. When we give the blessings to, at least, when we pour our blessings in our relationships, when we consider as the same thing, when we give them a thank you, the main gratitude we have with each other. So when these best wishes and the blessings and all these things, I think it's really helpful to pour a very nice
Yes,
relationship
but
among others.
you have to give to yourself first. I think if you can't give to yourself, then you have nothing to give to other people. So your spirituality and your happiness has to be the first priority, so that you
definitely
have. But as far as attributes go that maybe some of your listeners could apply in the workplace setting, I'm trying to think of the ones that have been most impactful for me. It would be clear, like, I know this sounds silly, but clear communication and using the phone. I still am drawn to, despite the world is getting more and more digital, artificial intelligence is there, but I think as human beings, human connection is still it's something that's not being, as technology grows and grows, the importance of human connection is getting forgotten in business, and we're trying to automate every task. For me, a lot of my business success personally and in my career has come from doing things face to face. And not forgetting that, and also by phone, like not SMS or WhatsApp or email. I pick up the phone all the time, to, like you do, Parneet, as well. And if possible, I always say, hey, don't call me next time you're in Gippsland. Drop in. Let's have a cup of coffee. So as
Yeah.
far as one of your questions, what can your listeners do? What attributes can you do to, to have happy relationships in the workplace? Is, I would say, bring in the human connection. Doesn't matter if there's technology that can replace it. Pretend that technology doesn't exist, and pretend that you still have to meet people face to face. And if you have to, maybe then the next option there is use the phone as much as possible. It's or video calls where you can pick up on multiple signals like eye contact, and they can see your smile, they can feel your energy, and try and stay away from communication mediums and methods, even though it might feel like they're going to save you time. Human connection is one of the most important attributes, I would say, for my career. And I guess communication is like a sub-branch of that. Human connection. We are humans. We want to connect with other people, and that's the same in business. So I think you can really stand out by having that. The other thing would be integrity, doing what you say you're going to do. So if I said I was going to find you a placement within 12 weeks, then that's what I have to do. And you called me every second day. I remember, oh my gosh. Every single day.
Yes, I did that. I think I disturbed you a lot during 2018.
I appreciated it. And maybe that's what I really liked about you. That's another attribute I really like. Very direct. I think there is we want to keep everyone happy. So sometimes we avoid confrontation and, calling up our business or our customers that we might be working with. But in fact, if you do it in a polite, professional way, being direct and being assertive and taking initiative is a really great thing. It's okay to ask for what you want, and maybe give people a little push every now and then. You don't need to. So long as you do it professionally, then it's okay. So that's another good attribute: integrity, doing what you say you're going to do, but then also taking initiative. Not wait for your customer to call back. You can call them and follow them up, and so I think they would be some attributes that were
so Jack, another question. The first time when you had a meditation session with me, how was that experience? I want to know that. And after that, how your mindset changed, and how that meditation helped you in your business task and all these things. Can you tell to the listeners what positivity the meditation bring to you when you had a session with me first time?
I can maybe talk about meditation more generally, but it's space for your brain to. It's so busy in survival mode most of the time. So for me, meditation quiets that survival brain thinking, and sort of lets me feel like I'm home, like heaven. It feels like heaven when your mind is quiet, when that survival brain is turned off. So for me, it's it always feels like a meditation session feels like going home.
That's really
spiritually going home.
That's really nice word you use, home, here. Definitely, if we connect with ourselves, as you said before, we can only give to others when we are fulfilled. Definitely, I can feel that energy even before the meditation session. I met you first time in 2018. I think that's the main thing. We are connected with each other at right moment. Definitely, the things. But another factor.
We're both trying to achieve what we wanted with our professional careers, and I think it's to reflect on where we are right now, where our professional careers have come way down the priority list, but our spirituality has become much higher in the priority list. So it's lovely to meet you. You know, so far in the distance where it's not so much about the the race for the career and the money, but now it's about that higher purpose and human connection and spirituality. I feel very blessed to have watched you evolve over the last 8 years or so, 7 years.
Thank you, Jack, and congratulations to you as well. That's why I think that's our the connection we made with each other in a positive way, and we appreciate each other. So I want to know that here is any appreciating others have any contribution in building a relationship with each other at workplaces?
Could you rephrase that question for me, Pani?
Yeah, is any like the appreciating each other, like you are appreciating me and I'm appreciating you, can contributing and in building relationship, anything like that?
Yes, but I find it, I don't know about you, but I find it difficult to appreciate people that are maybe out of balance. For me, I'm drawn to, I can't force myself to appreciate someone that maybe is in that sort of survival thinking. I'm drawn to people that have that positive relationship with themselves, because they bring good energy, so it's easy to appreciate them. So I've always been drawn to people who had a spiritual or religious background, because they had some foundation. It wasn't all about their ego. Or maybe if your listeners, they've got, they can appreciate everyone, really stressed and angry bosses. I'm not good at that. I'm good at appreciating people that appreciate me, that are similar vibration. So it's difficult, but one way that I has helped me with appreciating maybe difficult personalities in the workplace, which is probably most 90%, 95%. I journal, so I might write down that the emotion that my coworker made me feel, and then I might forgive them. I might say, I forgive you, and I send you love, I send you light, and then I let that go. Or look at the way that, what are they teaching me through their actions? They're teaching me that if you follow my path, you're going to be unhappy. Or I looked at my directors that bought my business when we met. They were both really stressed and unhappy, and so they taught me a lot about following their path and growing a big software development company and taking on millions of dollars of investor debt was a recipe for stress. For neither of them were sleeping, neither of them were happy. So I learned from them through my journaling that I didn't want to take that path, for myself. So I guess forgiveness, daily forgiveness, sending them love in your morning, maybe in your morning rituals, and then surrendering it, letting it go, and also journaling to see what are they teaching you through their unhappiness, through their actions, so that you don't have to make the same mistakes that they're making. Does that answer your question?
Yeah. Yes, definitely 101% accurate on the point. Actually, you mentioned about ego, and I think when we are not considering each other as a human being, that the ego clashes and our like the viewpoints could be clash at that moment. But definitely, as you mentioned, that it's these things happen and it's really hard, but you are able to manage at that time as well. And another word, like you mentioned about giving love and light, that is the main thing. That is not only that, only you, as you mentioned, that you can only give to others when you have in your personality and you are fulfilled and satisfied and have content. And forgiving, I think forgiving is the main thing. Once you are satisfied with yourself, it's very easy to forgiving the other personality or the other human beings,
Yeah.
because as we are discussing before, we all are and not working just for money right now, and we are started our careers at that moment. We have had a different aim. When you met me, I had a different aim that moment.
Same.
And yeah, journey of 8 years when we met each other, and now we are landed here, at different personality, and we already achieved success in our business and our jobs and everything. But the main thing, I think, Jack, I realized it. The main thing, we are just connected to our cores. So how we behave each other, and how we can communicate each other, as you mentioned about the clear communication.
Mm.
And the integrity you mentioned about, uh, the whatever you think and you have to achieve at that particular time. Actually, this thing I like about you when I met you. And no matter, I was disturbing you again and again. But as you mentioned that, pushing to each other, and so that we can together achieve a task, not only at workplace, like we are knowing each other and contributing in a community as well together. In future
Definitely.
we are also, yeah, in future we are also going to be work at community level in Brainsdale as well, in Gippsland. So I'm going to tell to my listeners again, Jack is the founder of Graduate Hero, and he helps the international students in getting placements at different companies, and you can get the right job when you are connected with him. So I connected with him in 2018, and after that, definitely I got a job in my field that time, and after that my journey went into different paths, but definitely he helped me out that time. But the main thing, we found that, is it's our not only our mindset, as Jack mentioned about these things, is how we connected to our core behaviors, attitudes, and at our spiritual level as well. That helps us to how to communicate, how to speak, and how to build a relationship at a workplace and at our business level.
Mm.
So we started with a as a I had started as an attorney, and he was my mentor that time. And after that we become friends, and after that we started the different business as well. And now we are into that stage where we can connect all these things, where we started
Mm.
being a spiritual individuals as well. So I'm going forward towards the messages. Amandeep Sidhuji saying that welcome to the program, to you, Jack, as well, and to me, and thank you so much, Amandeep ji. And Rupinder Singh Gill, good morning ji, very good morning. I hope so your day is going really well. And Rupinder Singh ji ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ, good morning, very educative talk is going to develop a trait of upcoming. Very nice. Thank you so much, Puvinder Singh ji. Actually, I'm connected to Jack to the my language, so sometimes I speak my words as well. If you,
No
I hope
problems.
you don't mind.
No problems.
It's
Yeah.
a natural process. We are just do a not a like we are. Cause I'm considering actually, the whole my listeners are family, so they know me very well now, and definitely they are knowing you as well. So we will move further, Jack. We have 15 minutes. So before closing, I want to look into the further very important questions, which is very helpful in building relationship. So, what do you think that, how can we maintain a long-term relationship? Um, with our co-workers or with our employer. So is any positivity or something else helped us in this, or is there any business level things are helping
Mm.
us?
I think it's the same. That's a good question, actually. Panit hadn't thought about that, but I think some of those core principles for me that we talked about, having a relationship with yourself and a spiritual foundation, most importantly, because again, I find with my friends. I don't know about yours, but the happy ones are the ones that reach out and stay in touch, and the
Mm.
ones that are unhappy and struggling in their life, you don't hear from them as much because they're having a difficult time. So I see a lot of synergy between good relationships in the workplace and then good relationships with friends. Is, are you looking after yourself and your relationship with yourself first, and then the same human connection, right? Don't text your friends or WhatsApp. Obviously, your community is really good at community events, much better than Australians as
Mm.
well. So attending community events and spiritual functions as much as possible. So human connection, that's the
Yeah.
most important thing, I would say. Human connection, and then integrity and staying in touch. Maybe finding also, you can't be friends with everyone.
Mm.
So where are you getting signs? Maybe the third thing is, where are you getting signs from a higher power to stay in touch with someone? Like, I always get sort of a nudge, every 3 or 6 months to reconnect with you. And so rather than ignoring that,
Yeah.
I like to, listen or watch for those signs. But finding something in common with those people outside the workplace is great. I think we
Mm.
started with a shared business, and maybe we're
Mm.
now in that stage of sharing more of our spiritual growth and development, and how we're giving back. So you could say 3 things: relationship with yourself, human connection, number 2, and then
Mm.
number 3, finding something to stay connected with that person on, something that you're sharing the journey on. Maybe you're both running businesses like we used to, or maybe you can share your faith and spiritual journey. So I think if you can think about those 3 things, that's kind of the recipe that I look for maintaining relationships. But it's only with a very small percentage of people that my soul family that I was meant to stay in touch
Mm.
with. So I also don't force it. So if friends fall away naturally and they're not calling, or I'm not feeling the connection to call them, that's okay too. So
Yeah.
letting friends organically come in and out of your life, not forcing friendships that are feeling like they're not working. So
Yeah, absolutely. I'm totally agree with you, Jack. Because when we are start vibrating at a different levels, obviously some connections are going to be vanish, and we understand these things. We can't force, but we can't force each other, and we need to be let go the things. And definitely, at one stage, we all are connected to the one source of the supreme power. And if we give each other, as you mentioned before, if we give the light of love to each other, that's the main thing. So if we spread that light of love among our relationships, especially at work, so that the clashes does not rise up in between us, I
definitely.
think that is the very powerful thing if we start doing on the daily basis. How you reckon we need? Yeah. So how you reckon is daily basis, Jack?
Yeah, you need it. It's like a shower. You don't skip showers. You have a shower every day. I think
Hmm.
you need to shower yourself first with love and light every day.
Hmm. Yeah.
Cleanse yourself, and then your tolerance for co-workers is higher, and then you
Yeah.
maybe have some love spare left over to share with your colleagues, especially the difficult ones, because they're not being difficult, they're just suffering in their life.
Yeah.
Um, you know, they're just they're suffering, they're struggling in their personal life. So it's never personal. It's always, I
Yeah.
always feel it's just something that they're going through, and they don't have maybe the tools that we're blessed to have: meditation and spiritual practices and faith and community. Maybe they don't have any of those things. So you can feel forgiveness and compassion for them if they're suffering, if you coming from a place of giving yourself enough first.
Yeah, I love hearing very nice words from you, Jack. I can feel that, I can see that how progress you are in this scenario and with your while doing your business as well. I love that energy, Jack. I really appreciate and want to say congratulate to you as well.
Yeah,
You are
so
reaching, thank you. You are reaching to that goal while doing your business. So when we are talking about all these things, as you mentioned that, these the complex ones, we can't say that they are just struggling,
they're struggling.
everybody, yeah, we can't say that that is bad or good, Jack. This When I was a kid, I always tell this story to everybody. My teacher told me during, I think I was on that time, I think fifth or seventh grade, that during
Yep.
that time. My teacher told us, somebody have a good mark, somebody have a less marks, not as appropriate it should be, right? So, like teacher told us always, you don't say that that person is bad or good, that is not his personality. He just forgot who he is, as you mentioned about they are just struggling, not they are, everybody is fighting their own fights. We can't say that he is not a good one and that is the bad one, if we start differentiating in between these things, then I don't think so we can establish a good relationship among each other and in the society as well. So
I agree.
definitely.
You're talking about labels. I think that was a
Yeah,
big breakthrough for me. Remove If you can remove the labels from the human experience, good, bad, right, wrong, then a lot of the energy, is connected to labels. We remove the label and the energy falls away. So I also don't believe in good, bad, right, wrong. It's all part of the human experience or the soul's experience. And certainly, if you can remove the labels from things, you will find some more peace in your personal and your work life.
yeah, and this like the same said as you said, right, wrong, but definitely we can easily find out this is not appropriate, good, like the good, truth. That is not a truth. That is a false. So definitely we have to be maintain a distance from those things, because in any how way these things are affecting our energy. So if our energy is affected, we are not able to concentrate not only on our work, but definitely we are living in our families, outside as well, in community as well. So
Mm.
definitely we should know about what is right for me and good for me, and then we can move further in. But
We should
definitely
know,
the.
but it can take a long time. I think, if
Mm,
especially if you grow up in maybe your family's not particularly religious or spiritual, I think it can take 10 or 20 years of work to understand what your body is trying to tell you, and what universe is trying to share with you. So you're not born with that. Well, not many people are born with that
yeah,
awareness. It takes dedication to see those signs, and to hear the messages you're supposed to hear, and find your people that
yeah.
you connect with. But I think if you're working on it every day, um, uh, then that you'll speed up your self discovery, your spiritual journey.
Yeah. So it's just 5 minutes left. So thank you so much, Jack. And I'm just wrapping up. And I want to tell to my listeners again. So Jack is a not only my best friend, he's also my like doing. We are doing together the practice as like a meditation things and all these things. And we are going to be organize a program in Brainsdale, Gippsland soon. So we already find a place, just need to be fixed a day and time, and we will see you all there who want to join us at Brainsdale. We will poster personally at personal levels our poster as well, so that we can connect you as well in future with us. So in other ways, if you need any help related to your business or related to your any like career path related to your job, So he is the founder of Graduate Hero. He helped so many international students and the local students as well. In 2018, he also helped me a lot, so I can give his reference because I know him very well from the almost 8 years now. So you can go and contact and find out, search out the Graduate Hero at Google and find out his contact number. If you did not find, please reach to me. I really appreciate if you come forward and I will be able to help you all. So congratulations, Jack, again, and wherever you reached, I'm really happy to see you here. And we will meet each other personally soon in when we are going to be held the program and all these things in future. Thank you so much.
I'm looking forward to it. Thank you for having me, and yeah, congratulations on your journey too.
Thank you so much, Tank. Thank you, Jack.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. So he is Jack from Brainsdale, Gippsland. So wrapping up, it is what I found is that like when we are start our things as just Jack mentioned with happiness, and when we are content and satisfied with ourselves, then only we can start giving to others. And another thing he mentioned, and it is very important for us, forgiving. Once we start forgiving to others, it helps us to bring peace inside, and we can not only build a peace inside but outside the world as well. No doubt he mentioned about the experience of meditation he had with me when he attended that session first time. He felt that it's a heaven and reached home because the space from the business he is doing. He is very busy person, but he is connected to his roots. No matter he mentioned about wherever you are connected, in whichever the religion you are practicing, it is very essential to connect yourself to your roots. Otherwise, the money is nothing. So he mentioned about all these things and how he had the conflicts at workplaces and how you can maintain the better relationship among each other at workplaces by calm down yourself with the help of the spiritual practice. So it's just 2 minutes left, so I'm wrapping up here. I'm Parneet Kaur from Gippsland, live now with you all, my family members of radio. So we are organizing this type of sessions in Brainsdale in Gippsland soon. So we will advertise at different social media platforms personally. So you can connect there and learn about all these things, how we can maintain a better relationship with the help of spirituality and all these things, and how do we balance our life so that we can achieve success in future as well. So the human connection is a very beautiful gift given by the Supreme Father. You can say that in Punjabi I can say that the Jot Sarup Paramatma. So with the help of that God, whomever you connected, it helps us to bring us at a very high level. So once you connected to your higher frequency, in other terms, I can say that when you connected to yourself first, then we can bring a very good environment around us. So as I had a made promise, community is not only for me, the Punjabi community. Community is for me where I'm living and whom I'm communicating with each other and having interactions. So from today onwards, I can do the programs in Punjabi, English, and Hindi so that I can connect the whole world at one place, and we can bring that positive aura around us so that we can balance not only our balance our lives, but also we can maintain a right balance at work and our personal level as well, and make a good society and peaceful world around us as well. So signing off here, me Parneet Kaur, a human being, congratulating you all who are connected today with me and Jack, and have a wonderful day ahead. Have a wonderful night ahead from wherever you are connected at the moment. And see you in the next workshop. You can say that session or program. So, namaste, adab, sat shri akal, rab rakha.